What up, though, y'all? It's Chris. Appreciate you connecting with me while I'm out here getting my 10,000 steps in today. Now, let's get right into the topic at hand. We've been talking about the NFL draft. We've been talking about Travis Hunter and Shedeur. And if you guys were keeping up, this has kind of went under the radar a little bit. But remember, Shedeur had got a prank call. He was waiting on a call from a team. And he got a call from who he believed to be the Saints, saying that they were going to take him with the, I think at the time it was the number 9 pick. I could be wrong. So I know in the first round they had the number 9 pick. But that call could have happened in a following round. Nonetheless, he got a call from someone that identified themselves as being the general manager of the Saints, and it was a prank call. They said, they were going to take him with their next pick. It's been a long time coming, but he gonna have to wait a little bit longer. Sorry about that, and then hung up. That caller has been identified due to the caller giving himself away like a moron. It is Jax Ulbrich, the son of the defensive coordinator for the Atlanta Falcons, Jeff Ulbrich. Now, as if it already wouldn't have been easy enough to figure out who he was, because, you can track stuff like this. But he and his goofy friends decided to share it to social media for some laughs and some shares and some quick clout. Naturally, the parties involved on Shedeur's side didn't find this funny, because when Shedeur was already going through it, you playing with him, kind of a kicking him while he's down, if you will. And that's just not a cool thing to do. Like, you, wherever the hell that you at, like, what are you doing with your life? I think he's like 21 years old, 20. Now, I know at that age, I certainly wasn't the most mature one out there. I was definitely immature when I was that age. So maybe it's just me getting old on some get off my lawn stuff, but these 20-year-olds these days, they seem far less mature than we did around that same time. I could be wrong. I'm just saying, looking back, I did some dumb stuff. I was pretty immature, but like, they just don't seem like adults. They seem like 13-year-olds that are just labeled as being adults because legally they're over the age of 18, so you kind of have to, but they very much have the maturity of 13-year-olds. So how this has went, now that this has been put out there, is a cute little PR statement was put out on his behalf, where the young man in the statement, "Oh, I'm so sorry. It was so immature of me. I'm embarrassed, yada, yada, yada." All of the cute stuff that they like to say when they're trying to apologize for whatever. Keep off stairs. I'm behind the, let me turn this around here. The DIA, my is not following me anymore. Let me do the all right, it should follow me now. Yeah, there's the steps here at the DIA. I think I might walk over them. I've never walked over them. Well, I don't know. They're back there trying to get some sort of graduation pictures or whatever. Well, let me get out of that sunlight, because this thing will act goofy if the sun is blinding that dang on camera lens. He thanks Shedeur, back to the story. He thanks Shedeur for taking his call and I guess forgiving him. But it's total BS, because what else could Shedeur really do? We know he's already kind of behind the A ball, albeit self-inflicted behind the A ball, but he kind of already is a bit stuck behind the A ball. Let me turn this, manage that there. And it's really nothing else that he can do except accept it and keep it moving and focus on the road ahead of him, because he got a lot of proving to do now that he done went in the 5th round. Some people, y'all, listen, we have to stop making everything racial. I know race affects a lot of things, but you guys overdo it with making everything racial. You never pass up an opportunity when there's a white-black interaction to make it racial. Some things are just stupid. I don't think this young man was targeting Shedeur because he was black. I think he was targeting Shedeur because Shedeur was kind of an easy target to troll. Right or wrong, he was a bit of an easy target. If you're his very immature 21-year-old brain, Shedeur and everything happening and all these different teams pass on him, he was kind of an easy target to troll. I don't agree with it, but it simply is what it is. They say that the young man got Shedeur's number because that was the whole thing. This is how he got tricked. The phone number was for a phone that nobody had the number to except NFL teams. That's why he fell for the prank. When you don't think that anybody has it but professionals in the NFL, you're not expecting some stupid prank call to come through. According to the report released by the Atlanta Falcons, or statement released by the Atlanta Falcons, they take this so seriously and they're going to look heavily into it to change protocols, yada, yada, yada. Jeff Ulbrich had an iPad out, and his son unintentionally came across this information and wrote it down to then later use it to make a prank call. Just gotta really sell that BS story. Now, did he unintentionally come across it? Maybe, maybe not. We'll never know for sure. But the whole thing just stinks. It really stinks. I don't think, because people think that the dad should get some sort of punishment. I don't think that the dad should get any sort of punishment, because I really don't believe he knew about this or put his son up to it in any way, shape, or form. He has no reason to. That man is a professional. He got his own job to take care of. He focusing on getting together whatever new drafts they got coming in. That man is not going to take time out of his day to troll Shedeur. The only business that he would have with Shedeur is if Shedeur, they was going to draft him, which obviously they weren't planning on doing so. So he got no reason to be trolling Shedeur or even put his son up to it. So I don't think that the father, Jeff Ulbrich, should be punished for how stupid his son is in any way, shape, or form. Nothing legal will probably come of it, of course, because I don't really think there's any legal grounds. And even if there were, I doubt Dion and his family would even pursue it, because what do they get out of it? So it's just one of them things. His moment was encroached upon by some very immature young man, which again, what is he doing with his life? While you're sitting around with your buddies playing Fortnite and whatnot, you sitting up here trolling a guy your age that's out here putting a dent in the universe. I don't know about that, man. That's kind of silly to me. You at home, wherever it is, with your friends sitting around cackling and stuff on the draft day of a dude that's your age that's out there putting his mark on the world. That just would never be me, man. I would always find something better to do than some of these things that the young people today be finding themselves in. I'm going to leave it there, though, y'all. I'll holler at y'all soon. Peace.